Hey everybody, it's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the anomaly, Dwayne Robinson, back at it again with another YouTube video. Listen, if this is your first time clicking onto my channel or onto one of my videos, I want to welcome you to D Space. This is a space and a place for you to gain positivity, motivation, and inspiration, all through the means of laughter. And I strongly encourage you to click on that subscribe button and to click on that bell. Therefore, every time I upload, which is every single Thursday, you will be notified. And to my original subscribers, thank you so much for your love and for your support. All right, you guys know what time it is. It's time for the Black History Fact. And cut. So today's Black History Fact, I'm going to have to read it to you all because there's a lot of stats and facts and statistics. And it is in regards to the African American influence during the Civil War. Okay, so by the end of the Civil War, about 179,000 black men served as soldiers in the U.S. Army, totaling 10% of troops. An additional 19,000 served in the Navy, which is found in the National Archives. Nearly 40,000 black soldiers died over the course of the war. 30,000 died due to infection or disease. Black soldiers served in artillery, infantry, non-combat support functions that sustain any army, such as carpenters, chaplains, cooks, guards, laborers, nurses, scouts, spies, steamboat pilots, and surgeons. By the end of the war, we had nearly 80 black commissioned officers. Ladies and gentlemen, black people, African American people, not only helped build America, but we also defend and protect our country too. And that is our Black History Fact for today. Do you remember doing this as a kid? Right? So, today's topic, what I will be discussing is what is conditional love. I just want you to bear with me today because I found some great resources that could definitely help you understand what conditional love truly is. I also will be discussing the difference between conditional love and unconditional love. So the source that I will be using is known as Treehouse Recovery PDX.com. Okay? What is conditional love? Conditional love doesn't feel very nice. In fact, it doesn't always feel like love at all. When someone loves us conditionally, it means that they put terms, restrictions, or rules on giving their love. While a person can have feelings of deep care or affection for you, their love is conditional if it feels like you have to earn it. Additionally, conditional love often vanishes during difficult times. We can perhaps term is fair weather love, meaning that your partner, family member, or friend emotionally or literally bails when times get tough. Conditional love doesn't feel good. It's not a tried and true love. And often it can cause deep pain to those on the receiving end. If someone is making you feel unworthy of love, even at your darkest times, this person is offering conditional love, which, as we learn, is contrary to the very definition of love. So that is what conditional love is. Basically, in layman terms, conditional love is, hey, you gotta follow these rules and these restrictions and these guidelines in order for me to bestow my love on you. If you don't follow these guidelines and these things, then I'm out. And that's how I express my love. Okay, not saying me, but I'm saying for an individual. That's what conditional love is. Now, let's talk about unconditional love. What is unconditional love? Like many truly spiritually sound and transcendent things, unconditional love is difficult to describe. To put it simply, it's love without conditions, limits, or barriers. In unconditional love, there is no sense of I love you if, or I will only love you when you behave differently. Unconditional love is boundless, and it's often compared to the kind of love that God has for us. There is no sense of owing or repayment. Love is given freely without cost. Unconditional love is not an exchange, it's an offering. Unconditional love is deeply healing because it means we are seen and accepted for who we are, even during our most difficult times. Perhaps most importantly, in recovery, we must learn to unconditionally love ourselves. So unconditional love is such a beautiful thing, right? It's loving someone with no restrictions, no bounds, no sense of limits, right? It's literally limitless, all right? Now that we know the difference between unconditional and conditional love, let's talk about it, all right? So at times, we find ourselves in this tit-for-tat type relationship. Well, if I did this for you, you gotta do this for me. And because I did that for you, you gotta do that for me. And that's conditional love, all right? Unconditional love is, I'm gonna do for you because I love you no matter what. And you have to be very careful with this. This is where I challenge you, okay? Look at the very different relationships you have, whether with your family, whether with your friends, whether with your colleagues, and whether with your spouse, okay? You have to look at these things and look at these different relationships that you have with people and point out which ones are conditional and which ones are unconditional. Usually, conditional relationships or conditional love should be in business, okay? Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know, we got a contract, we have an agreement, we made a written statement or a verbal agreement. Hey, this is what we're following. That is, in a sense, a good example of conditional love. Like unconditional love is like you don't need no contract. You don't need no guidelines. You don't need no, oh, if you do this, I'll do that. No, it's free. Like I said, I really keep on reiterating it because I want you all to get it. All right. Now, if you're noticing in certain type of relationships that you're enduring or having, and you're noticing that a family member is not bestowing upon you unconditional love, however, it's conditional. They act a certain way when they don't get what they want, or it's not even a family member, it could be a friend, okay? Or it could be your spouse, it could be your child, whatever it is, whomever it is. I want you to keenly hone in on it and observe and reflect on, okay, who do I have conditional love within my relationship with them, with my friendship with them, with how I operate with them, okay? Versus who do I really show unconditional love to? And who is showing it to me? Is it receptive? Is it a mutual thing? Is it one-sided where you're noticing you're willing to give someone unconditional love, but they're only giving you conditional love, or vice versa. I just want to challenge you all to get an understanding of what conditional love and unconditional love is, because it's funny. When certain situations transpire, people are quick to flip the script and the switch. Because they will switch up real quick. I love you, bro. I love you, sis. I'm down for you. And as soon as your back is against the wall, as soon as you have planted your face on the ground, they either up and leave you, and all of a sudden, where you thought that person loved you unconditionally, they love you conditionally. So these are the things that you have to be very aware of. You have to understand, okay, this is a conditional love relationship. This is an unconditional love relationship. I cannot treat an unconditional love relationship as one that is under condition. And I can't treat a conditioned relationship as one that is unconditional. They have their time and their place. However, you cannot necessarily say, hey, you know, I love you, and then throw things in other people's face because you don't get what you want, you're upset, you're mad, you can't control your emotions. It does not work that way. You can't actually lash out or have a whole conniption and say that you unconditionally love someone in the sense of, and this is just my opinion, and think that, oh, okay, everything is gonna be fine. No, everyone has a breaking point, and you have to be aware of these things. But that's why I'm stressing the importance between the two. Therefore, you will know how to operate with individuals when it comes to the type of love you bestow upon them. Trust me, once you're able to understand these two types of loves, then you will understand how to give and how to receive it from particular individuals, okay? So if someone is giving you conditional love, give them conditional love right back. Because you have to protect yourself at the end of the day. Yes, you want to love them unconditionally, but sometimes people can be very narcissistic and very manipulative and love to play the victim card. And once they know for a fact that they could wrap you around their finger, and you may think that, yes, I'm showing unconditional love to them, which you may be, but they will take advantage of it. So be careful. And that's the best advice that I can give to you today. I hope you learned something new. Until next week, Thursday, peace.